almost didn't get out of my car today. Not because of the trail, not because of the weather, but because of what people said. You shouldn't go alone. It's not safe for women to hike alone. Are you bringing a gun? And for a second, I actually believed them, which is wild because I've spent the last 9 years hiking and backpacking thousands of miles by myself. So why did I suddenly feel like I couldn't do this anymore? Because this is the part of hiking alone no one really talks about. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kathleen, a food-motivated hiker, solo backpacker, backpacking coach for women, and the Hungry Hiker here on YouTube. This video wasn't planned. The idea for this video was inspired by a lot of the comments I got on a couple of my recent videos where I talk about hiking and backpacking alone. And if you saw them, you probably already know what I'm talking about. If you saw those videos, there's a good chance you probably saw a lot of those comments too. In the comment section, I got a lot of support, and there were also a lot of opinions, a lot of unsolicited advice, and a lot of people telling me what they think I shouldn't be doing. Saying things like, it's not safe to solo backpack as a woman. I shouldn't be out in the backcountry alone. As a woman, it's reckless to go by myself. It's not just the trail you have to navigate as a solo female hiker. Apparently, it's also everyone else's fear about you wanting to be out there by yourself. While I know I should take these comments with a grain of salt, for some reason, this time around, these comments really got into my head. Not in a loud, obvious way, but in a quiet way. The kind that makes you second guess something you already know how to do and have been doing for years. And the more I thought about it, the more something didn't sit right with me. When a man goes out into the backcountry alone, he's seen as capable, independent, adventurous, and brave. But the moment a woman does the same exact thing, suddenly it's dangerous, irresponsible, and something she shouldn't be doing alone. This made me stop and ask myself, when did we decide that being alone outdoors is brave for a man, but reckless for a woman? Because the trail doesn't change based on who's walking it. So why does the narrative? So there I was today, sitting in my car at the trailhead, hands on the steering wheel, staring up at the trail, and I wasn't scared of doing this hike alone. I was scared of being wrong, of making the wrong decision, of becoming the person these people warned me about. The hardest part about reading comments like these is that they sound responsible. They sound logical. They sound like the people who write them actually care about me, which makes them really hard to ignore. If you're a woman over 40, you've probably felt this in more areas of your life than just hiking. People questioning your choices, your timing, your capability. And at some point, you start questioning yourself too. I remember when I first started telling people I was going to through hike the Pacific Crest Trail alone. I was so excited. This felt like something that was going to change my life in a big way, and I wanted to share that with all the people around me. Some people were incredibly supportive, but a lot of people weren't. Instead of excitement, I got a lot of fear. People saying things like, is it safe? You shouldn't go alone. Are you bringing a gun? At that point, I didn't have years of solo backpacking experience to fall back on, so I wasn't 100% convinced I could really do this thing by myself. And I started to believe them. I even tried talking myself out of going on this through hike more than once. But deep down inside, something in me knew if I didn't go on this through hike, I'd regret it. So I went anyway. And I'm so glad I made that decision. That one decision ended up changing everything in my life for me. Here's what I've learned after hiking and backpacking thousands of miles alone. This isn't about proving that hiking and backpacking alone is safe, because it's not. Nothing is 100% safe. Not driving your car, not walking through a parking lot, not crossing the street. But we don't stop living our lives because these things aren't safe. We continue to do these things every single day, regardless of the risk, and learn how to manage those risks. That's what this is all about. Becoming someone who knows how to be self-reliant and take care of herself out there. That's where confidence actually comes from. The real shift for me wasn't eliminating all the risks that comes with solo hiking and backpacking. It was deciding that I trust myself more than I trust other people's opinions about what I'm capable of, and learning how to stop outsourcing my confidence to other people's opinions. If you've ever felt this, like other people's fears starting to make you question something you really want to do, I want to share with you a few things that have really helped me over the years, because this doesn't just go away. You will hear this again. The first thing is, you have to learn how to separate your fear from other people's fears. Most of the fears you hear from other people are based on what they would be afraid to do, not what you're actually capable of. And if you're not careful, you'll start carrying fears that were never yours to begin with. The second thing, you don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to prove that hiking alone is safe. You don't need to justify your decisions to want to go backpacking alone to anyone else. Because the more you try to convince other people, the more you start looking outside of yourself for permission, and that's exactly what keeps you stuck and makes you second guess yourself. And the third thing, which is probably the most important one, and that's confidence doesn't come before you do the thing. It comes from doing it, from getting out there, from having your own experiences, from realizing I can really handle this on my own. That's where it comes from. Not from doing more research or watching more videos, not from waiting until you feel 100% ready, and definitely not from other people telling you that it's okay. And I want to be really clear about something. You're not irresponsible for wanting to do this. You're not reckless. You're not doing something wrong because you want to go hiking or backpacking alone. You're allowed to want independence. You're allowed to want space. You're allowed to go experience something for yourself without needing anyone else to come with you. You don't need permission for that. You know what's funny? Once I got out of the car and started hiking today, everything shifted. The noise got quieter, the doubts started to fade, and I remembered exactly why I love doing this by myself. The quiet, the space, the way I can just be out here without anyone else's expectations. And I had one of those moments where I thought, why would I let a few comments from people on the internet take this away from me? There's no way I'd ever give this up. Being out here by myself matters too much to me. And honestly, I want to be the reason another woman watches this and thinks, if she can do this, maybe I can do this too. If you've been waiting to do something like this, not because you don't want to, but because you're worried what people might think or what they'll say if something goes wrong, I want you to hear this. You don't need everyone to agree with your decision in order for it to be the right one for you. If you're at the point where you're thinking about wanting to go on your first solo backpacking trip, but you don't know where to start, I put together a free guide that walks you through exactly how to start planning your first trip step by step. I'll include a link for the first solo backpacking trip roadmap down in the description below. And if you're not ready to start planning your first solo trip yet, that's okay too. Just start by getting outside by yourself. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's messy, even if you sit in your car for a little while like I did today. You're closer than you think. If you like this video and got some value out of it, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for new videos each week, and hit the bell icon to get notified each time new videos are posted. And if you're at that point where you're thinking, okay, maybe I can actually do this, but you still feel some hesitation, check out this next video where I share the hardest part of backpacking alone, the part no one prepares you for because it's probably not what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trails and keep on trucking.